Patsos and redshirt senior forward Brett Bisping. Coach, if you could please meet with him.
You know, Brett, 14 rebounds, 10 points. Probably should have given the ball a little more. Vermont's a good team, but we really did the best. I wanted to defend the three-point line, and that's what we did. That being said, we missed a lot of easy shots. This is the second game in a row I'm going to go home and watch us miss easy shots in the paint, so I have to fix that. But I thought it was at the crucial point of the game, a couple times we lost them. We just lost a couple guys defensively. When we said to stay, we wanted to stay home. All of a sudden I turn, guy got a wide open three, and then we come back and didn't convert on the offensive end. I mean, I just wanted to see something quick. Yeah, that's about right. Second half, we just 9 for 20, 45%. Because we got the ball inside. We came out of the second half and really went inside, and I thought, hey, this is going to be a great game. We're going to turn it around. All of a sudden, they got a couple of loose threes. And then we took a couple bad shots, and that was about all I saw. By the way, I don't know why I got the technical. We might as well get that out of the way quickly. Ronnie must have heard somebody else say something, not me. He said he thought he heard something. So I didn't say a word. You can check the tape, but I'll take the hit on the technical. And then he said, well, you shouldn't be refereeing anyways to me. And those are good refs. Brian Dorsey's a good guy, Rusty Cooper, Ron Taberski. So, I don't know, because they called a foul on us. I went down and said, good, we were going to go call a play out of bounds. The next thing I know, they were shooting technicals. But the emotional level of our team is not where it needs to be in the MAC. I've coached too long in this league. This is a passionate, caring, emotional, grinded out, tough league. I don't see that resiliency in us. Maybe 2017 will bring me that. I really thought we had a really good practice for 2 or 3 days. Maybe that's why maybe we need to have better games instead of good practices. But, you know, we practiced well, beat Bucknell. We practiced well. We kind of laid an egg at the Hofstra game. We practiced really well. We're fired up to play today, and we just didn't convert. We didn't convert, you know. We went in there and talked about going 2 for 2 from the line, cutting into the lead, stuff like that. Let's face it, free throws have been our albatross all year, and they cost us games. When you're down 10, you got to make 2 for 2, and then get a stop. But I don't see our passion and emotion right now. And as a head coach, I'm very disappointed in that. I'll do the best I can to try and get it back. I'm not going to go crazy and fire it up on the sidelines if the players aren't going to care enough to want to win for 40 minutes. For 40 minutes. But it's 2016, we were good at halftime. There was no yelling. We had a really good halftime speech, came up, got the ball right into Javion. Score. Everybody's fired up. They get a shot, and guys get a little disappointed. They made a shot. We come down and miss a shot. They make a shot. And it's like, hey, let's just keep going inside and scoring. And there's a look of, okay, maybe, but if we don't, it's okay. So I have to figure that out, whether we play all the young guys, whether I decide who plays, because I've been really loyal to my four seniors. I have been super loyal to my 4 seniors for 4 years. Just look at their minutes, the points they've scored, the situations I've been through with some of them and inserted them right back into the starting lineup. And they've played a lot of basketball. So I'm going to just go have a meeting with them tomorrow. We'll have lunch and talk about what they want to do. But we have to play harder and with more emotion. And then you have to close games out by making free throws. But you really got to want to win at the MAC level. This is one of the most interesting leagues to me in the country because it's an emotional, passionate league where the talent is pretty even, and some guys will have a super talent like AJ English or whatever. But on the other hand, if you don't have as much talent in the MAC and you got some real junkyard dogs in a good way, you can win. And right now I see some guys that are pretty content, so I'll deal with that myself. I'll get to the bottom of it. But there's no panic, but we're going to find out what's going on, and I'm going to find out who wants to play with passion and emotion. I watched Dick Vitale last night. I talked to the players about Dick Vitale. Doing a game with Doug Sherman. Go Doug. One of our local brothers, one of our MAC brothers makes it. And I'm like all excited. And some guys act like they don't know who Doug Sherman is. I'm like, that guy was the voice of the MAC. And by the way, he wasn't a one-hit wonder. I mean, talk about making it late. Just kidding. But I mean, in other words, talk about grinding for 50. That guy's been in the league with me the whole time. And I turn on last night, and all of a sudden a tear in my eye. And I tell the team how impressive it was. Because Dick Vitale's talking the story. It's Doug Sherman, and I text him, and he's a MAC guy, and he made it, and how happy we should be. half my team didn't really care. And I'm not sure that's okay anymore around here. I'm going to judge that because I thought it was a great thing. And I'm just trying to give you an analogy. And he cares. And he worked extra today and came in early and took shots. But I just thought that was interesting that Doug was working with Dick Vitale. And Dick Vitale talked about, at 77, I have the passion and the energy for college basketball and how great it was. And Prosper Karanga came around and said, I have the passion. And this was my favorite place of all the places I played in the world was Siena. And some people were there when he came out yesterday. And it was a real touching moment. Why isn't it translating over to certain guys? Why is it not making us want to play as much as we want to play? I don't know. I'll try everything. But I'm not going to go crazy, and I'm not going to make people run crazy sprints or throw things in a locker room. I'm not even sweating. And I'll just try and figure it out the best I can with the players. But I'm going to ask the players what they think, as I have for 4 years here. I think when the players have ownership, you have a chance to win in the MAC. Right now we're lacking a little ownership. I'll try to figure it out. I'll do the best I can. I'll take any questions, Mark.
Why did Marquise not start and play only 18 minutes tonight?
Well, he came off the bench because he's been getting in foul trouble, you know. And I thought he was a little unenergized at Hofstra. So I said maybe he'll come off the bench. He'll get a little feel. I thought he came in. He played some minutes. Did okay. Second half, just kind of wanted to play the young guys when the game started slipping away a little bit. You know, I want to see with some young guys. Marquise has had a very frustrating year, and I understand that. I really like Marquise as a person. I think he's got to figure out whether he wants to grind it at this level, because guys have his name circled and they're coming after him. So I wanted, you know, he's had a broken bone in his hand. He said he'd get a couple days rest. But I really wanted to keep him out of foul trouble, and he played a lot of minutes in the first half. Second half, things slipped away. I just wanted to see what the young guys could do. I wanted to see if Khalil could fight back, Nico could fight back. I wanted to see what the young guys could do in the second half. That's a very good question.
Kind of going off that a little bit. I mean, looking at it seems like you don't, I guess, have that much like lineup continuity throughout the game. Is that kind of a concern for you, I guess?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, like I said, we had good practices. I just expected Khalil and them to start. I thought Marquise was good. Sammy Friday gave us some good minutes early, you know. Then he didn't score, then his guy scored, then he dropped a rebound off the free throw, and all of a sudden it's 3 or 4. He's a freshman, you know, he's a freshman. But just wanted to see what some guys could do out there, because we have to get ready for the league, which is upset matters, which I really wish we were 2-0, but we're 1-2 because we missed some free throws and did some little things wrong there, and that's all caught us. It's all caught us up. You know, I caught myself at the end of the game saying, boy, I'm glad we just went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Are you kidding me? You should go 2 for 2 from the line every time at this level. Once in a while, 1 for 2. And so I'm sitting there going, you know what, let the young guy. I want to see what Khalil can do, you know. Khalil's a young guy. I want to see what, you know, Nico's, you know, he's healthy too. He just, you know, missed some threes. Herder was not bad for 4 minutes. Sammy gives, you know, Sammy really tries in practice and everything. We got the ball down a little early and we didn't convert. That's what hurt us at the beginning of the game. We went inside and we did not convert. They went inside against us and did convert, and that's supposed to be our strong thing.
Would it be fair to say, with the turnovers and a lot of missed shots, was it more that you guys beat yourselves than Vermont beat you?
Vermont's a very good team, and John's a friend of mine, and they have a good program. But to hold them for 3 for 18, yes, I would say we were going to win. That was my one thing, was hold them from the 3. Hand up on the catch. I was on it for 2 days. Don't let them beat us from 3. So yes, but the turnovers, and they were shared, and then missing layups, yeah. I mean, if you told me we were going to hold them, that's a good question. If you said Vermont's going to go 3 for 18 from the line, I would have said we're winning that game. And so I agree with you. But if you're lacking passion and emotion, and a little bit of a blank look, then I don't know. Then I'm not sure, you know. And they drove the ball a couple times down the lane on us. That were key possessions. Like I said, they only were 3 for 18 from the 3. A couple of them were big. But I would have thought that we would have won with 3 for 18. You know, I really appreciate. The crowd was great. You know, everything was going good. We came in the huddle and said, hey, we're going to make these free throws and press off. So we missed a free throw. They score. We come down. We take not such a great shot. We miss a layup. They score again. And I'm like, what do we got? And I saw some faces that said, I don't know if we got it. That's on me as a coach. I'll play young guys all day if I have to. I'll play young guys, because we didn't practice like that. We just practiced our butts off, so I thought that was gonna, turn it over to that, so we'll work on that.
Brett, I mean, yesterday you kind of talked about how this team just needs to win. I mean, I'm curious what your thoughts are when Jimmy says that lacking passion and lacking energy. How do you kind of see that?
Yeah, as a team, we need to take that to heart, I think. It's frustrating, but we're not going to quit. We do have to play with a lot more passion and energy. I think I agree 100%. I don't have much more to say on that.
No, and we've had a rough stretch, but we were losing games early by close margins, and I never harped on those as losses. Maybe I should have been more that they were losses. I thought we were right there. Now maybe that's crept in, and maybe they think that that's okay, but we're just going to keep grinding and find out what's going to go. We got to tell Canisius is playing well, Niagara, 3 of our first 4. This must be the year of the road, because we go on the road, and that's okay. It's fine. Love the MAC that we played everybody twice. I really do. Disappointed that's leaving. And Vermont's a good team, but there was a couple moments there I thought in the second half, like, we got it, we're good. And then all of a sudden it kind of faded away, and I just said, don't you want it more than this? And if everybody doesn't want it, it's not gonna work. The MAC's too good a league, it's too tough of a league, it's too athletic a league, and teams like Vermont would do really well in it. Our league is better than the American East, RPI-wise. I don't want to get in a fight with anybody in town. But Albany and Vermont are really good teams. They're the top of that league for 5 years. They would do well in our league, and we're not beating them. That concerns me. Florida Gulf Coast would do really well in our league. We're not beating them. Hofstra's at the top of the CAA last couple of years. We'll see how they do. We're playing the top teams from other leagues. The CAA is rated higher than us. But the MAC's like 16, 17, 18 league, and then the RPI, it's really good. So we got to get it together. In other words, playing these good teams is not an excuse. These are good MAC teams that we're playing. They're really good in their league. Vermont and Albany probably going to be in the finals, whatever, of the Americas. Those are games that we've got to win some of these. But tonight and the last 2 games of just kind of, okay, well, not so cool with that. So things could change some more.
Brett, if there is a meeting among seniors and coach, what do you want the message to be as one of the guys, obviously, who's been here the longest?
Yeah, I think the message is, if you ask me, we need to buy into what the coaches are saying, I think. I know Jimmy likes to give us some power in what we say, but I think we all need to buy into the same thing, and that should be what Jimmy says. So I think we would just relay what he said and get everybody on the same page.
Brett, clearly Jimmy's looking for some different combinations right now, but do you guys know what their roles are right now? Are they clear on what their roles are on the team?
I think so. I think our coaches do a good job of defining that. Now, executing the roles is a different story, but I think people do know what their roles are. I just don't think we're executing them very well.
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. I think that's a question. Like, we wanted Brett was only 3 for 8. At least he rebounded, but I wanted Brett Javion to take the most shots, and I want Nico Clarence to take a lot of shots, because he's one of the best offensive players in the league at the 2-guard position. Well, 4 for 11, 3 for 8, and 4 for 12, and maybe you do have to make a new game plan. But in other words, we just thought we had an advantage there. I mean, their center's out, and we just went inside. I'm not blaming anybody, but we were 7 for 19. It's not bad. And then Nico, I really went to get the ball to the basket a little more, but I can't go out there and do that for him. But he has to shoot the ball. He's an offensive. He has scored 500 points last year. When we've won games, he's an offensive juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? He's a scoring machine. He didn't score tonight. So we'll get back to the drawing board there. Levon was 2 for 4. I think he was facilitating. We could get him the ball. They know what we're doing. They played zone. They packed it in on us. They packed it in and said, go ahead and beat us. We got the ball inside. That was my game plan. We didn't make some shots. We'll work on it. We'll try to get better at it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Brett, we'll take any questions in the hallway, then we're out of here. Kids got to get some rest.